It's time to die.
I have experienced paranormal activity in my house. Fuck, did you guys hear his fucking movements? Opening. Oh.
It's way too many fake niggas. I'm tired of fake niggas. Sneak dissing, but be all in my face.
I'm gonna get so much freaking dollars that you don't even know it. Ah!
Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another review for the month of Gorror. This is number 14. If you count my Gorror's Halloween special, this is number 15. I don't know if I'm counting that, so let's just call this 14. And yes, I do know that it is not October anymore. It is November 3rd. This isn't an old review that I just never got to put up or something. I'm recording this on November 3rd, so there you go. I spoiled that. But I decided, you know what, I only did 13, maybe 14 videos. And I wanted to do more because this month, or last month, I was a little bit more open to do all that stuff, but I just never got around to do all these videos. So I decided, you know what, the month of Gorror for the first time is going to go in overtime. That's right, for the first week, maybe even 2 weeks of November, I'm going to cover some of the horror movies that I did watch, or I'm going to watch and really want to talk about, and I'm going to cover them. So we're going in overtime. Let's do this, baby. So the first movie, of course, I have to review for Gorror's Month of Horror, or the Month of Gorror Overtime, is the brand new and final installment of the Paranormal Activity franchise. This is The Ghost Dimension, and this is a movie that I was semi-interested in checking out because I am a fan of the Paranormal Activity movies for the most part. I really liked the first one, liked the second one, loved the third one. I really did enjoy that one. I thought it was really good, great characters, really good scares, very good conclusion that was really creepy and very like, oh wow, and it was a great conclusion to that little trilogy, I guess you could say. And then of course they made a fourth one, and that one was not great. I had a good time in the theater, but that was not a great one. It was okay at best. And then the Mark ones actually was pretty fun. I actually enjoyed that one. And now we have this one. So let's talk about The Ghost Dimension, the movie that's supposed to wrap up 6 movies. It's supposed to wrap up the story of 6 movies, multiple different sets of characters. Let's see if it can pull it off. No. Yeah, this is the weakest of the franchise so far. And I say so far because I really do not believe this is the final Paranormal Activity film. Now, when Saw said that was the final one and then it didn't do well at the box office, I completely believe that because it didn't make any money. This one already made 5 times its budget. It's still making money, and it still has to come out on VOD. Like, whoever produced this film, I don't even know, I don't care. Whoever produced this film really wants to do a new thing where after it hits like 300 theaters, it's going to put it straight up on VOD. And I feel like a lot of people probably skipped out on this movie, like just not seeing it in theaters, because either there was no theater around them showing it, because most theaters didn't carry this film because they heard of that VOD thing and they were like, screw you, man. No, we're not going to show your movie then. And also because they could see it like 2 weeks later, because this movie is definitely dropping hard. And that's surprising considering this weekend was Halloween weekend and it still dropped hard and no one wanted to go see it. But alright, so this movie's making tons of money. There's going to be a sequel. Even if it's a straight to DVD sequel, this series is continuing. But let's pretend that this is the conclusion, the real conclusion. Do they tie up any loose ends? Do they finish the story? Do you get a fulfilling conclusion with all the characters that are still wandering around in the world that you've come to know and maybe are interested in, maybe are not, but do they do what this series is supposed to do, or any series is supposed to do, at the end of its series, at the end of its final movie? It concludes. It's done. All the loose ends are wrapped up. Does it do that? No! No, of course not. Screw. Why would we have loose ends that are tied up in a nice little knot when we could just try to tie it and then say, fuck it, who cares? Like, why would the people that wrote this movie, 4 people wrote this movie, why would they give a damn about all the other characters that are wandering around in the world? Hunter, Katie. Katie's not in this movie. She was in the other fucking 5 movies, but she's not in this one for some reason. I guess they couldn't afford her. She's really big now. They can afford crappy ass special effects and ghosts that look like chocolate syrup, but they can't afford the girl from the first movie that cost $15 to make. Like, what? You know, they could have did so many cool things with this ending of this franchise, because they could have easily made it about something else besides a bunch of dumb white people being dumb white people in a house. There's spooky stuff happening in the house. There's a ghost moving pots and pans. They could have did a bunch of stuff with the ending besides the exact same thing they did in the other 5 movies, besides the 5th one, because that wasn't white. They were Latino. It's been 2 years since I've seen it, so I apologize if I offended someone. But still, they could have did something unique besides just have it be the same freaking thing for the 6th time, except this time they tie up one loose end, which, to be fair, is the biggest thing about this movie, you know, this series, which is the ghost, Toby. But they still had all these other characters that they've mentioned and shown before. Like, wouldn't it have been cool if this movie was all about the witch coven, and we got to see Hunter and Katie again, and we got to see the conclusion of Toby the ghost, and maybe some other very little loose ends that weren't, you know, tied up in the past films. Like, that would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Hell, even, what's his name, Hector in the last movie? Like, Hector became a demon too, so they could have easily tied that all up if they made a movie about the witch coven. Like, there's a guy, like, filming the witch coven and stuff, and he's, you know, he's a part of the witch coven, but he's, like, filming it all because, I don't know, screw it, who cares? Like, just film it. Like, they don't even need to give us an explanation. That would have been cool if we got to see the witch coven and, like, the other demon people like follow a family. Like, we got to see the POV of the witch coven scaring the shit out of this family, and we don't even get to know about the family. We just get to see the after, like the before, the middle, and the aftermath of what the witch coven does to this family. That would have been cool, and they could have tied it all up. We got to see what all the characters that we've seen in the past, where they are now, and all that stuff. We could have saw that, but no, again, it's just, oh, this time the gimmick is the camera can see the paranormal activity. So now you get to see Toby, and he looks like a big, skinny, black syrup looking monster. Like, he looks like chocolate syrup. That's what he looks like. He oozes around and stuff, and he just appears out of nowhere. He's not an interesting looking ghost, and I'm probably gonna get possessed and killed now. I'm sorry, Toby, but you ain't scary. You are scary in the other movies because you don't get to see him, and you don't know when he's gonna attack or when he's gonna do something crazy. You don't know. In this movie, you see him. You see him all the time. So you know, like, oh, he's going to jump scare me. Oh, he jump scared me. Oh, no shit. It's the same stuff, except this time we get to see it. So there's really absolutely no tension whatsoever. I will admit, in the beginning, there were some cool little effects. Like when Toby... At first, Toby is docile. He's just like walking around and stuff. And there's one cool scene where you see this hallway of like this flaky black stuff, and the main character, one of the white people, I don't care. They're all just whatever. They're expendable. And he's walking through the hallway, and it's all this like flaky black, like ectoplasm looking stuff, and that looked actually kind of cool. I didn't see it in 3D, but I would expect that would have been really cool looking in 3D. But like, even the ending, besides the Toby wrap-up, not just that, the ending of them trying to get rid of the Toby ghost is so just, like, rapid. Like, it's just like, alright, we have to do this, and this. I can't spoil it, but you know what I'm talking about. Besides the Toby ghost part, right before that, when they're trying to exorcise the demon, that part is just like, oh, they're just, like, really quickly getting rid of these things. I'm not gonna spoil it, but whatever. Point is that there's nothing really unique. There's nothing really scary about this movie. I left the theater. I was like one of 3 people in the theater, and by the time, you know, I saw the credits roll and stuff, I was the only one in the theater. And unlike some of these Paranormal Activities films, where like Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5, when I left the theater, I was like, ooh, I'm a little uneasy. It's kind of creepy. This one, I left like, I don't give a damn. It's a dark theater, nobody in it. I'm not scared. I walked out, and I'm like, I'm not scared of no Toby ghost. I didn't give a shit. So, this movie did not fill me with dread or scary. Oh, what's behind the next hallway? I wasn't scared. That's straight up. So, this movie completely failed on every aspect. Did not wrap up the story. Wrapped up one thing, and it was such a disappointing low note of the series. The conclusion's terrible. The characters, for the most part, are okay. There's a couple of funny lines here and there, but again, they're not even worth mentioning. The characters, the actors are decent, but again, they're just there so the Toby ghost can terrorize them, and then at the end we could get to see a shitty conclusion to the Toby ghost. That's it. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give it the unlucky 13 out of 40. There's a couple of decent characters and lines here and there, and like I said, the special effects in the beginning were kind of cool. But besides that, it's the weakest one. It's completely forgettable. It doesn't even make me really that angry. This is probably the angriest I've been talking about this film right now. You know, like when I was thinking about it and when I left, I wasn't that angry. I was just like, whatever. I expected that. But yeah, they could have did something. There was 4 writers to this movie. 4 people wrote this movie. They couldn't think of anything else besides the same shit. And this time you get to see the activity. Let's make it 3D. You can see me do it too, because it's scary now. You get to see the black chocolate maple syrup motherfucker do this. Ooh, put your glasses on. You want anything wrapped up? Nope, you don't get a wrap up. Fuck you, this is what you get. You get this. Thank you and goodbye.